All right, we are live. I'm going to confirm that with YouTube, but I'm pretty sure we are. So if we are, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you to the WFO Racing League's brand new series. This is going to be the WFO Racing League Xfinity Series on Thursday night. I don't know if we're going to use a Thunder name for it, but I know these guys are going to thunder around Chicago Speedway. I've got a whole host of people in the booth with me tonight. Feel fortunate. We got Cody Martin back from Tuesday night. We got driver, the number 51, Troy Cook, in the broadcast booth with us. And we have the number 54 of Adam Tips in the broadcast booth. Adam's not going to be in the car, but he's going to be broadcasting with me.
We are live.
And somebody has to turn their YouTube volume down so we're not double micing it in here, and we'll be good to go. All right, anybody want to chime up? What do you guys think about tonight's race? Who's excited for the Xfinity Series?
I'm interested in it. You know, we haven't run the Xfinity race. We haven't run Xfinity cars, so I'm a little interested to see what's going to happen, especially on a track like Chicagoland. Really racy.
Absolutely. Chicago's one of those tracks that you can go 2 and 3 wide, and you can run multiple lines on. And I think it's going to make this series not only interesting, but a lot of fun for the drivers.
Absolutely.
Well, I see the viewers coming in as you guys are coming in. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the race tonight as much as we do, because I know we're going to. Also, another name I see in the booth tonight that kind of snuck in here on me is David White. David White, how you doing, buddy?
Not bad. We're here to find out how things go with the race tonight.
Awesome. Awesome. Glad to have you over here. Glad to have you in the booth with us. I know these guys are going to put on a good show. This is probably going to be the smallest field you see this season in a WFO race, because we literally switched from Cadillacs last week to me changing this to Xfinity Series about 4 hours ago. So this was a change at the last minute. I can tell you what led to it was me getting in a Cadillac a little bit earlier and testing at Lanier and realizing that that series probably wasn't right for this league. So in doing that, I thought, what series could we add in order to complement the K&N and the Truck Series well? And it made more sense to go in the next order, which was the Xfinity car. And that's how we're here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that Cadillac is a whole nother style of racing. A lot of people like the old-fashioned stock cars. You know, that's their bread and butter on this iRacing.
Yeah, we need to get Bradley Cooper. If you want to get in on this tonight, just come into Discord, buddy, and we'll pull you up here to the broadcast tower. We are going to have to put a couple of broadcast rules into place that we didn't do before. We're going to limit the curse words for this series, and I know that's going to be hard for a lot of people to believe, but we are going to attempt to limit that. Occasionally things will fly out. I don't want you guys to stress out too bad, but the level of profanity that we get to is not going to be very high. So we're going to try to turn over a new leaf here. I know Adam's probably laughing, thinking it's going to be impossible for me to do that, but we're going to give it a shot.
We just got to keep Nation out of here. I mean, Nation. Limit Nation. You know, you're good to go.
Nation 01 is my sidekick. He's a little bit under the weather. He's probably watching the stream, wishing he could be in here, but he's not feeling too good. So we're going to give him the night off. And I've got, man, I mean, I got so much help in here. I shouldn't even have to call this race much. Let's pull up this starting grid real quick while they're pacing around here and go through it. I'll take the first few here. Starting on the pole tonight, not really a big surprise to me. Last night's Truck Series winner, very fast in these cars, John Houston in the 42. Outside of him, another one that don't surprise me is up front, is going to be the 44, Robbie Otti. He won the K&N race at New Hampshire on Tuesday night. Starting third tonight, we got in the booth with us the number 51, Troy Cook, one of our fan favorites. Outside of him is going to be the 63 of Glenn Jamieson. Starting fifth tonight is going to be Christopher Lewis in the 111. You got Landon Deerhold, the 94, starting in the 6th position. Starting seventh, going to be Jake Van Wazer in the 20 tonight. Normally should be in the 4, I believe. And outside of him is going to be Cody Beard. Starting ninth, you got Johnson New in 86. Kyle Murphy starting outside of him in the 62 in the 10th position. That's your top 10. We're going to go ahead and drop this off and get ready for a green flag here at Chicagoland. These guys pacing around. I'm excited.
As am I. I'm ready to see what these guys are going to do.
And we're green flag right here tonight. Chicagoland Xfinity Cars WFO Racing League. They got off to a nice clean start here, which doesn't surprise me. Chicagoland is a wide racetrack, like I said before, so these guys should be able to easily get around 2 or 3 wide without a problem.
And already you see a little bit of single file setting in, which is good to see. And sometimes.
I'm looking for Bradley Cooper in Discord here, and I don't see him, so
I'll keep an eye out for him too.
Yeah, as soon as you pop in, Bradley, we'll drag you up here in the broadcast booth, buddy. He's ghosting the car around the track, he said. Nothing wrong with that. That's how you get good practice in. I use that to make me faster. I'll tell you what, looking up at the front of the field, we got a pretty good battle up there.
Yeah, we sure do. Audie and John Houston going at it. Not surprised there at all. Ooh, we had a little bit of an incident in the back, a little bit further back.
Robbie Audie in the 44, John Houston in the 42. Audie looks like he's every bit as fast as John Houston is tonight. We clicked the ticker, but we haven't clicked all the tickers yet, Phantom, so far nothing's broke. Hopefully the audio sounds good tonight. I know we had an issue with that last night, so I tuned it up.
Hey, I've got a perfect view of this battle. I'm hoping they teach me a little something for the end of the race here.
There you go. That's the best way to learn there, Troy. Watch that guy in front of you.
I'm a little interested to see if the drivers are going to stick with that bottom line, or if you're going to have some guys start to run that higher line and save the tires a little bit. No, it's really early, but, you know, tires are really important. Yeah,
they are, and I think you'll see guys moving up into that higher groove as the run goes on. I expect longer green flag runs tonight than, you know, with these guys getting on a bigger racetrack.
Absolutely. There's a lot of room. Not quite as wide as Michigan, but for a mile and a half, it's fairly wide.
All right, we found our... I'm looking for our little friend Bradley Cooper again. He said, pull me up. But again, I don't see him in Discord, so I can't move him if he's not here, right?
I guess that's a valid statement.
Bradley
says he's online, but he ain't in the room.
You're not on the chat side. You got to be on the chat side of Discord in one of the rooms before we can move you. I don't know how to move you out of the right-hand column here. I could click and try, and I don't really see an option to move people that way, so that's not going to work. We'll look for when you get in the main lobby here, and we'll move you into the broadcast booth. Corey, don't stress it too bad, buddy. If you want to come in, and you can always watch the session from the iRacing portal, and if you want to come in and watch it, then you could admin that way if you wanted to. You just have to tell John Houston or one of them what happened. But other than that, we got some viewers coming in. We have a like in on the broadcast. We are going to go ahead and do a driver of the day vote. So let's get votes in now for your favorite driver of the day. 120 laps here tonight. That don't seem like it's a real long race at Chicagoland, so they run green flag enough, we're probably going to be done pretty quick.
Absolutely. We're already in lap 8. We've been going at it for just a couple minutes.
Yeah, just like at the start, I mean, they got off to such a great start in this race. You can see everybody is pretty much in line. Don't really see much too wide action going on right now. We're going to take a look back a little deeper in the field and see what we got going on. But it's about the same thing all the way around. I do see some guys starting to move up to that high line now.
It's a little interesting, you know, because I know you can run the middle really well, catching those perfect runs. on the outside, your exit off is so great. In order to get those runs off, you can actually fight these guys a lot better, especially if you get someone pinched down. You're pretty good at that, though, pinching people down on the bottom.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of funny too how this field is spread out here in like 2-car packs. You get 2 cars here, 1 car here, 2 cars here, 2 cars there. It's pretty neat. Usually when you see them spread out like that, it's going to stay green for a little while.
Looks like the 62 of Kyle Murphy's already got a little damage.
Yeah, meanwhile up front it's the same thing, about a car length separating the 42 and the 44. That's going to be John Houston and Mr. Robbie Oddie. John looks like he's moving up just a tad bit in the corner. Oddie is still working the bottom, and it looks like the bottom's working real good for that 44 right now. Oddie looks like he's being patient on the bumper of that 42, not pushing John Houston too far. And I think our commentator in here tonight, our in-car commentator, Mr. Troy Cook, is just kind of taking it easy, cruising third right now, huh, Troy?
Yeah, I'm just cruising, just trying to save my tires a little bit. Been trying the high line. I got to get that figured out.
It's on a Sunday drive on a Thursday evening here.
Yes, sir.
For any of you drivers that are watching the broadcast that missed this race tonight, the Xfinity Series, this is going to be the first points night for it, but I'm also going to make this a drop race. So if you do miss tonight, as long as you get in next week, you can drop tonight. We'll race on for the championship. This series is going to open up recruitment races this weekend. Robbie Oddie volunteered to do that for us, so I imagine we're going to fill this thing up before next week. So we want to make sure that you get in if you're a member of WFO, and that you get your slot now so it doesn't get filled up over the weekend.
Audie is just hanging around John Houston, which is, I guess, is pretty smart. Just kind of see what he kind of does in his longer runs. So that way later on, when you both pit, you know, you can actually race him a little bit harder. Right now, there's really no need to push the limits.
Wide back in 10th
Yeah,
place.
we got a blinker back there in 10th too. It looked like the 59 is having a little bit of connection issues there right in the middle of this.
Yeah.
I see the 59 staying high. The other two are going to go low here. What is that? The 5 and the 62. So they don't really want any part of that blinking. Oh, there's contact.
There's contact there.
They both
Nice
saved it.
save.
Wow. Oh, nope, 62 lost it again.
62's on the wall.
But he's got it going, and nope, it didn't work out for him.
He was close.
Saw that car coming.
He tried, but it didn't work out for him, and that's unfortunate right there. We're going to hit an instant replay, first one tonight. And what do we get when we do it? Fire! That's my favorite one. Let's burn it down.
Looked like the 62 just pushed up there.
I'm not sure what happened. We're going to hit this replay here and take a look at it. It started with the 59 blinking. I think that kind of threw people off because the 62 had been working the high side before that. And he drops down to the bottom here, as you can see. And I'm wondering if he got out of shape up on that apron, coming back up on the apron. No, it don't look like it.
The way he broke right, it looked like he cut a tire, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it almost did. It almost looked like he cut a tire and just went right up into him. And then it was kind of crazy after that. You can see him in the wall. And I thought he had it saved and got it off there, but I guess that right front damage at that point just kind of sucked him up in it like a vacuum.
That 59 had a great save after getting clipped in that left rear like he did.
I thought both of them were.
Yeah, it took the 62, all of 1 and 2 to finally lose it. But it looks like the 62 looks like he had a great run, so he's gonna go out, kind of run that middle, just misjudge his entry and just come up and took out the 59.
All right, we're gonna take a look at these pit stops here. Oh, look at that! Our own commentator tonight, Troy Cook's going to beat him off pit road and be your leader. Good pit stop there,
they
Troy.
Both slid through they slid through their box is what happened. Both of them.
And we're going to watch these other drivers clear off of pit road. I see a car backing down pit road. I'm not real sure what's going on there. But I think he's going the wrong way. He might want to try one of those forward gears. Maybe the shifter broke and it stuck in reverse. Who knows? David White, you watching the race by chance?
I'm just trying to get into it now. I just missed that wreck.
You didn't miss.
17. Sorry. The 17 missed his pit stall and backed down pit road to it.
He looked like he had to back up about a quarter mile there. Troy Cook, tell us a little bit about what you're feeling on the racetrack tonight. How's that car feeling? Give us a little insight.
It's feeling all right. I think I was running the wrong line there for a while. I wore out my tires pretty quick. Just getting in too low, sliding up in the middle. I wore out my right front. So, gonna work on that this run and hopefully figure something out to run with Audi and Houston.
All right, the fans are piling in for the 51 right now. He's our commentator, in-car commentator tonight. That's going to be Troy Cook.
Hi, Mom.
She's in there. And driver of the day votes. We do have some coming in. We'll have to get one of our guys in here to keep track of that for us. I'm working these controls. It's a little hard for me.
I'll take care of it.
So I'll
keep you all up to date on that one.
Adam's on top of the driver of the day. You see Nation in the chat, right?
I did.
Everybody's got to say hi to Nation 01.
Hi, Nation.
Don't worry, buddy. I think about you every time I click the replay and we get fire. We got the audio worked out good, though. I'm sure you can hear us just fine in the booth. We're having a pretty exciting race. Not a ton of cars, but pretty exciting so far.
Absolutely.
Bradley, good to see you come out of the chat and join us in the broadcast booth here. You going to do some? You going to do some Xfinity racing this season, or what's your plans?
You have my attention.
Well, we got his attention. He was ghost carring it, so you were in the ghost car before you come up into the broadcast booth tonight. You feeling the same thing Troy did there, or what?
I don't know if it's just for the ghost car, but it allowed me to run open setups. Is that?
That's probably because it was a ghost car.
Okay. I picked the Chicagoland set, and I felt really tight. It was pushing. If you ran too low coming into the corner, you'd push up real quick. So.
Well, hopefully, Troy, you remember the restart rule that we changed it here, so we can. You control the restart now, Troy.
Yes, sir. As long as I'm out of the corner, right?
Yeah, and instead of calling out this restart, I'm actually going to be quiet. We're going to be quiet in here so you can get a good restart, buddy. Go get them.
Here we go.
All right, we seen that 51 Troy Cook get out to a great restart there. Robbie Otti's going to fall in behind him.
It looks like John got a little loose on that restart. Kind of slid the tires a little bit.
It looked kind of, to me, like Troy might have spun his a little bit there on the restart, too. So that might be something these guys got to watch restarting in second gear tonight. That was on fresh tires, too, Adam. That was a good catch because that's on fresh tires. So imagine when a guy stays out on one of these cautions, what it's going to do.
That could be like a Dover type situation, you know. The track, I don't know, the track temp's probably not too warm, but looks like a little lack of grip in those second gear restarts right now.
I believe the 94 just got into the wall there. Maybe it was the 86.
One of them had a moment. We'll go back and take a look at their car and see if we can see any damage on it. I just got to find it on mine.
Yeah, it was the 86 that John got into the outside wall there and bunched him up for a minute, but he's got it back. He got some right front end.
We'll take a look there, and yeah, I can see a little bit of damage up there on the right front. That 94 getting awful close to him here in the corner. Nation said he let the dog get him sick. He got sick by the dog or something.
Oh, we got a battle for the lead. Audie's all over Troy Cook's bumper.
And we're getting right back up there to that battle. Looks like Troy's going to hold him off for now, but Audie's going to take the bottom here. We'll see if Troy can get a run off this middle groove and see what happens. The 44 pushes up a little bit. That's probably going to cause the 51 to have to move out of the line, but looks like that outside momentum might help Troy out a little bit here. I don't know. He's now got a handful with the 42 car, John Houston. John rocking that Wrangler paint scheme. Oh, close racing right here. I think he cut him a break, Troy.
Yeah, I think I'm going in too hard. My problem.
Yeah, I'm not real sure without being in the car. It's going to be hard for me to diagnose it accurately, but this is a track that you don't want to overdrive because you'll burn the right front right off that car, if I remember from past experience here.
Glad you brought that up, because I seem to remember always turning left the entire time around this track.
Yeah, isn't that kind of weird on a 1.5 miles to be turning left all the time?
Well, I mean, just even the back straightaway.
Even the back
you're
straightaway,
left.
exactly. Yeah, this is an interesting track that way. It really takes on an attitude of its own, too. I know a lot of people think the 1.5 miles are all the same, but Chicago is really a different cut from that mold.
Same with Kansas, and the outside line there is the fastest groove around that track.
Yeah, hopefully these cars still have a setup in them that allows these guys to go, you know, and start utilizing that high line.
I wonder if, like, trying to watch Audi and Houston's line. I don't know if it looks like maybe they're letting off a little bit earlier, or maybe they're able to dive the car down to the corner, use a little brake to get it turned, or maybe they're harvesting, you know, the line. Not real sure. Trying to watch it.
They're definitely glued to the bottom of the track.
They sure are.
Yeah, I'm back here on this 86 and this 94. These two seem to be putting a race on here tonight.
Is that pronounced Sanu?
Yeah, that's going to be John Sanu in the 86. And you got the 94, which is Landon Deerholt.
He's leaving that door open, but that outside momentum just carrying him down the front straightaway just every time.
That's what I'm noticing. The 86 is moving up here. Looks like a couple of them towards the back are moving up and trying something different. And you can see as they got a few laps on the tire, that momentum on the outside is actually keeping the 86 up there.
I tell you, one guy that's loving it is Glenn Jamison, coming up behind them, watching these two racing out, losing a lot of ground to him.
Oh, that was real close right there between the 63 and the 94. We almost had us a moment. Looked like the 63, that's going to be Glenn Jamison, got out of the gas pedal just in time there to keep from wiping him out.
Spotter said clear.
Sometimes that spotter says it, but that gap fills up so fast that you can't do nothing about it as the 63 of Glenn Jamison's going to take a look under the 94 here. I'll tell you what, we look back here and these guys are actually putting on a good race.
Got a battle for the lead right now.
We're headed up there to check it out. It's going to be John Houston fighting to the inside of Robbie Oddie.
Can he make it stick?
Troy Cook got a great view back there in third place, looking up there through his windshield. He can see it.
Almost clear off.
I think
Looks like
he's
John's
about
gonna have
he
it
cleared
at the
him.
line. He's got it.
John Houston in the 42, your new leader. I'll tell you guys what, that 42 looks awful strong tonight.
He had a really good rebound after spinning him on the restart. Was able to get back to Troy Cook and Audie, and then he just followed Audie underneath Cook, and therefore he was there. He was just ready to battle after that.
Yeah, we'll see which is better on the long run here, if we can get a real good long run between the 42 and the 44. I will say one thing, and I forgot to mention this in the driver's meeting, but this would be good info to pass along to Troy. You have 75% fuel in this car tonight.
Yeah, I did notice that.
I meant to tell you guys that in the driver's meeting, but I was so excited to get the broadcast going tonight. I knew there's a good possibility we'd have Cody Martin in here. I want to thank him for coming in. Bradley Cooper and Adam Tips were the surprise. David White was the surprise coming in, and ultimately I asked Troy to come up here and hang out with us tonight.
Surprise.
Basically,
I gotta
me.
say hi to my dad. So, hi, Dad.
Well, I can tell you guys, as soon as we got Bradley Cooper in the booth tonight,
44 just about tagged the wall, sorry.
I knew Nation would be watching. We got Bradley Cooper in here. Nation's watching.
Of course he's watching.
You'll get your autograph after this show.
You hear that, little buddy?
Thanks for sticking in there for me on that end of that race last night, too. I was counting myself out. You were all about it.
He bailed out on Hal last night. He usually picks Hal for his driver of the day, and he bailed out. He said, "I'm changing my vote to Bradley Cooper." He called you Coop. I'm changing my vote to Coop, he said. So that's really good. David White, what do you think, buddy? What kind of race you seeing?
Yeah, you guys have to watching the two guys up front, but you got to watch out for old Jake. Is that Van Wazer? He's on the move. He seems to have found a line that works well for him.
All right, we're going to jump back there right now to the 20 car. That's going to be Jake Van Wazer.
Yeah, he's flying.
I know he
slipped past Troy there. Troy gave him a little bit of battle, but that outside line does not seem to be working well.
Troy, you might want to watch that line he's running. He took a little bit different line than you down there through that end of the corner, and I think he's running a little higher down here in 1 and 2. So he's about the middle of the track. I would probably follow his line exactly. He seems to have the fast way around here on the older tires, and he's going to put a race on up here for sure.
He's got that Toyota Camry glued to the bottom of the racetrack. He's running
Right,
a lower
he's
lane
flying.
than everybody else.
We got a question, and this one's going to be addressed to me. So what can I do for you, Mikey? That'll work too. And there's your buddy, Adam, Garrett Helmling.
Yeah, Garrett being Garrett. That's all I got to say for that one.
Well, the two things that I knew when I come in here tonight, I knew that we were going to have to bring drivers in for the series, but the other thing I knew is we're going to have to bring viewers in for the broadcast. So looks like the view count's been pretty steady. Actually, a pretty good view count for the first night of broadcasting one of these. Brand new series for us. We got I think I got an all-star team up here in the broadcast booth with me tonight, though. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
The 42 car has pulled out to about a little over half a second in the lead now. He's starting to step away.
Yeah, he looks like he's got something up his sleeve on the long run, too. I know we've been watching that 20 car come up through there, but the 20 car looks like he might have settled down a little bit. I think what's happening here is the 44 is actually falling back.
Maybe saving the tires a little bit.
Looks like the 44 is just kind of falling back more into the clutches of the 20 and the 51. And I think our very own Troy Cook in here has got something figured out now.
I'm going to school here. I'm trying.
Sometimes that's what you got to do, and the real question is John Houston showing these guys the tricks too early.
He might be. Looks like he's not going down on the apron in the front stretch, trying to save those tires a little bit. Sometimes that could be pretty abusive on your car as well. It's going from degrees of banking to flat. Sometimes it's a little abusive on the tires. So it looks like John's trying to save them a little bit by at least not doing that.
Yeah, we're going to take a onboard view with your leader, John Houston, right here. Check out what line he's running, listen to the throttle a little bit. And I'm going to mess this up by pulling this taskbar setting up. But there's a reason I did it. You'll see it in a minute.
I've noticed a lot of times when these guys cut that front straightaway, you get a couple tenths, but after a while you're shaving the tires like you were saying, and you're going to lose ground. I think the loss is bigger in the long run.
All right, I didn't mess the stream up too bad. You seen a little message flash up, and I had to click the ticker. I had to click the ticker to close the box out for my taskbar. So I don't like. Hal Jr. We got another one in the booth tonight. How you doing, Hal?
Pretty good. Mikey wants to know if he has to have a PC or is there something he can do on his PlayStation or phone to enhance his broadcasting experience?
Oh boy, that's a $1 million question. In what way would he like to enhance his broadcast? Does this mean he wants to be a broadcaster?
I think he's just looking for broadcasting advice.
To be a broadcaster, though, right?
I believe what he should do to make his streams better.
Oh, I don't know if I'm the guy to ask that to, Mikey. I don't even know how to make my own better yet. I'm still working on that. So if I find the magic answer to that question, I'll be glad to go over it with you.
I got it. I got some advice for him. Just be yourself.
Well, if it's about broadcasting, I mean in the stream, then yeah, just be yourself. But if it's about, you know, different overlays and widgets that you can put in these now, I really don't have a clue.
Oh, with the PlayStation, you can use Twitch or YouTube. You're pretty limited on what you can use. And then, again, you're on a console, so you're limited there, too.
Yeah, Garrett's right. He's asking Adam if you sold your ticks or something.
Yeah, that son of a gun ended up getting 10 tickets for every freaking race this weekend, and I went ahead and bought them already, so I gotta sell them suckers.
44 in the wall.
I see that. We're on it. This would be Robbie Otti in the 44. He had his moment with the wall back there. That's going to allow the 20 of Jake Van Wazer to close up on him a little bit.
I wonder why that gap grew so large there on that lap.
Apparently the 09 boys misplaced their race car off the hauler tonight. I wonder if somebody else borrowed it. Sometimes they're not misplaced, are they?
Sometimes you just, the truck never makes it to the track on time. Sometimes that's what happens.
We're going to roll back and look at Troy Cook's car. Always beautiful paint schemes on this car. Supporting America. That's what we love about it. The 51 looking really good tonight with the, is that back in blue on it? Back in the blue. Really nice.
Back to blue.
Back
These lives matter.
There you go. Got to have the most patriotic paint scheme on iRacing that I ever seen.
That's the goal, man.
Rocket week in and week out. We're happy for you.
Man, don't look now, but it looks like John Houston has checked out.
I think John Houston's a man on a mission tonight.
He's coming up on the 62. About to put him a lap down.
Well, we're going to have to watch this one. He's got about, what, 2.5 second lead here. Jake Van Wazer's the one that's, I believe him and Otti are about ready to be in a battle for that second position.
Looking inside, close the door on him.
Yeah, we're going to
Jake's been able to close it up, but he just hasn't been able to get past him. Otti's been a little bit able to hold him up.
Yeah, we got the 20 car working the inside of the 44. We got a slow car down in the bottom. Anybody got a number on that? It looks like he stopped completely.
The 12, Samuel
We're
Mielhaus.
going to see what's going on. He's real slow on the racetrack back here. Looks like he's coming up to speed. He may have either had a spin back there or maybe come off pit road.
If he's coming off pit road, did he stall it? That is possible.
That it?
I see him going down pit road twice, so he might have got a penalty. He's pitted a few times.
Ah,
He's
that's a
had
good
some
possibility.
Or crashing. 20 car.
Oh, 20 car.
20 car.
Well, I see him spun here. Thank you for the number. I'm going to be able to get us a good instant replay off that. We're going to even change the camera for this one. We're going fancy now. My favorite part, you guys begin seeing it in a minute. Fire! That's our caution fire. You got to get excited about
I'll
that.
tell you what.
I think that 20 blinked out.
Yeah.
He is gone.
I was gonna say, he looks like he blinked out almost down the whole front stretch.
All right, we're watching him right now. You'll be seeing it coming up on the stream.
And Robbie Audi just magically appeared inside his car.
Yeah, nothing Audi could have done there. Totally unavoidable.
Well, something happened because he disappeared. Even on my replay, his car just disappeared completely, and I'm not seeing anything. So we're going to try this.
24.
Yeah, we're going to jump to the 44 and try this again because he disappeared completely. So that looked like more of an internet connection issue to me. Got Robbie Audi in a 44, Jake Van Wazer in a 20. Both Toyotas. Maybe the Toyotas got too close together and caused some kind of weird netcode.
Well, you know what Toyotas do.
They were probably trying to breed a Chevy.
Bow tie gang.
For at least a
Talking
four,
pit
right?
stops here.
I must have backed us up too far on this one because it's taken forever, but I guess my
Win the race.
yeah, you can see him blink out there. But I'm not really seeing him blink into the 44. It looks like the 44's going just fine. Oh, there he did it. It was magical.
Somebody missed their pit stall. I'll give you 2 guesses.
Who missed the pit stall?
John Houston.
Oh, no.
He lost about 3 spots on that.
Well, we know he's got a fast race car and he can bring it through the field. Get a different camera view. Is he letting people by? Did he get a penalty on pit road there?
Might have got a speeding on pit road as well.
He was still in his box when I left.
Yeah, it looks like he had to let some guys by there, so I'm going to bet you that he got a...
Yeah, based off what I'm watching, he did not miss his box. He had a great entry to his box, but it looks like he had a penalty maybe coming off or coming in. The police got him.
Hey, Vern, my tire percentages on my right front were 57.
Ooh, boy. That's definitely it's eating the right front up for sure.
Yep.
Sometimes moving to the high side is going to help with that, but I'm almost going to say it's overdriving entry to the corner.
Yeah, I was for sure.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest thing that's going to wear that is just putting too much load on it, entering the corner. So maybe try backing your corners up just a little bit. I know that's hard to do, especially on restarts, but maybe after the field clears out a little bit, you can start working on that.
Troy, I gotta tell you, you're not the only one. Based off radio chatter, a lot of people are complaining about that right front being almost gone.
Yeah, I was struggling there at the end. I had no grip at all. My right rear was 88%.
All right, we are back alive, so we can get ready for our restart here on lap 52 of 120, almost halfway through this race. Only our second caution flag of the night. And we got Troy Cook up there in the 51 in second. Be starting outside of Robbie Audi. What do you got for him on this restart, Troy?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to give her hell, that's for sure. Try to go to school here. Again, we still got a long way to go.
We got votes coming in for driver of the day.
Yeah, and right now, unless anybody else shows up, Troy Cook's got a little bit of a lead in the driver of the day vote.
Yeah, I can see one of them that usually votes for Hal Amy voting for Troy Cook tonight. So, you're getting the Amy votes and your votes tonight. That's good stuff right there. I just want to say hi to
everybody. Say hi to everybody that's watching. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and we appreciate everybody that's watching too. Thank you guys for coming out and watching tonight. Brand new series for WFO. We don't really have a formal name for it, so we're just going to call it the Thursday Xfinity Series. Which one of you guys want to call the restart?
I think Troy Cook should do it.
All right, Troy Cook, let us have it.
Looks like one of them behind me spun his tires.
Wow,
I did not get a good
spin on
start.
the 86 there.
John Sanu had a moment.
He definitely did. Back here on this 42 for a second because I'm interested to see how long it takes him to start going forward. Got another vote that just come in for that 51, and that's going to be another Hal Amy family member. Hal Jr. sending a vote to you.
That gives Troy Cook 5. Everyone else 1.
All right, Troy, we're telling you that to get you pumped up, buddy, so you can go for it. Whoa, almost a moment right there.
Almost lost John.
That was close, wasn't it? I don't even know how they didn't make contact there.
Especially with netcode issues you see a lot of times in servers. I mean, being that close, it's got to make you nervous, especially being in the car.
Jason, that's actually not a bad idea, buddy, what you just put in the chat there. We do need a series name for it, so get on over here in Discord and talk to me about it.
Thursday X Series. Says Nation.
Thursday X Series Nation has.
Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday. You mean thirsty every day. Robbie Oddie looks like he's trying to check out on you guys a little bit back there, Troy.
Yeah, it took me a minute to get back around the 63. I got a terrible start, so I'm going to try to stay with Robbie here and learn something.
Well, don't look now, but John Houston's on his way.
I can see him peeking in as we're looking at the front of the field. I see him just sliding into the 5th position there. I don't think it'll be very long before Troy gives us a first-hand account of where John Houston's location is.
Yeah, he's looking inside of Landon Durhold and coming off at 4. It looks like he's going to clear him going down the front stretch.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's wasting any time getting back up front, does he?
He is not. His lap times are looking pretty good. He went from about 1.5 seconds back. Gained a little bit. He gained about 1/10 that lap. So he's about 1/10 faster than the leader.
Yeah, we're seeing him behind the 63 there. That's going to be Glenn Jamison as we're taking a look at the 51. We're going to get back here on this battle because John Houston's looking to the inside of Glenn right now. John Houston in the 42.
On the wall.
He going to stay going?
Yeah, he's good.
We'll see how hard he got in the wall here. Look for damage on that car. I see a little bit on the right front. I don't think it's going to be enough to slow him down too bad. Meanwhile, John Houston in the 42 has gotten by the 63 of Glenn Jamison. He's now got his sights on our own Troy Cook in the 51.
Good luck, Troy.
He picked up 2.5 tenths that lap. And that's based off of Audie's time.
Yeah, John Houston looks like a man on a mission right now. I believe Troy Cook's picking up off of Audie too right now.
Audie is getting, Troy Cook is getting closer to Audie as well. He picked up about 1/10 that time.
Audie is driving it deeper into the corner than these guys are. It's great for the short run, but it's chewing up that right front.
Yeah, Troy.
You also got to think, Audie got in the wall earlier. Did he use his fast repair? That also could be a little bit of an aero issue. So, you know, if he doesn't use that fast repair, he could have a little bit more of a toe on that car. Say
Still got some right front.
Well, I can go ahead and tell you guys, if he keeps driving it off the corner much harder, he's going to get in the wall again. Audie's pushing that car. He's seen that 51 getting closer to him, and he knows that 42's on a mission. So Robbie Audie's probably pushing that thing for everything he's got right now. Things have kind of settled down. John Houston does look like he's really closing the gap on these first two.
But notice the 44's clipping that apron. Does that help your apex coming off this turn?
Not necessarily.
Usually if you're clipping the apron, it's because your car's so tight because your right front's burning up and you're doing it to turn your car.
Right. I was just curious. Seems like it's working for him for now.
Yeah, that's
Keeping it up.
it's actually a good trick to use, especially if you got a car that's not turning well. So that's probably why you see him down there doing it. While we're talking, John Houston's taking a look under Troy Cook right now. Troy, that might be the one you want to tuck in and follow, buddy.
That is the plan.
That car is on a mission. I spent some time, it's been a year or so ago, John and I ran Xfinity cars together, raced them together, and I can tell you he's really fast. And he's fast about everywhere in these cars.
He's fast on pit road, he's fast on the track, he's fast in the trucks. Don't matter what it is.
And just so you guys know, John Houston didn't even, nobody besides me was aware that we were switching to the Xfinity cars. I did that all on my own. It was kind of like a surprise. We're doing Xfinity cars from now on.
I like it. I probably won't be in the broadcast booth with you next week. I'll be out there.
That'll be fine. I think we can.
I'll miss you too then.
We're not going to miss you, Bradley. You're still going to be in WFO out there racing, so we can still get you. We can still talk about you and get you signing autographs for the ladies, and we can.
It's all for the ladies.
Exactly. We can get you in the broadcast booth from time to time, and we're still going to have a lot of fun. So, just because you won't be in the booth, don't mean you're not our friend no more.
Really, for my fanboy nation, that's wordplay.
Well, hell, you don't believe the clearance I needed just to get the broadcast ready.
You gotta get in contact with the right people.
I'll tell you right now, if somebody took a screenshot of this Discord and put it on Facebook, it would be game over for us. I don't think we would be able to get in the Discord server because them women would come in and crash the damn thing.
They'd want a Bradley Cooper t-shirt.
Maybe we'll have to do that. Oh,
we got
this
a pretty
is
good race back here.
I'm watching it. We're on it right now. That's going to be Landon Deerhold in the 94. And what's that yellow car right there?
It's the 111 of Christopher Lewis, and they are battling. That 94's got right front damage, but they're still going at it.
They're doing battle back here, that's for sure.
Look like he lost all that ground there on that exit.
We got a good green flag running. Hopefully we can stay green because I want to see how far these cars can go on a tank of fuel.
You have any idea?
I have no clue. I didn't even test the car. I just said 75% sounds good, and that's what I set it up with.
Just
Right
got
now,
assumed it.
I have estimated 32.6 laps right now.
That'll almost take you to the end of the race.
He's not lying. I said in the room when he said, we're going to make it 75%.
All right,
That'll be interesting.
we may almost have to go down to 50% like the K&N cars for this, or we'll just increase the laps in the race. We'll look at what time this gets over, and maybe next week we'll add about another 20 or 25 laps to it. Looking up front, we're about ready to have a battle for the lead. John Houston has all but caught the 44 of Rabbiati.
So it looks like the biggest thing, what John Houston is doing compared to everybody else, is consistent laps. Some people are losing, you know, 10th and a half every lap. He's losing at about a 10th, right at a 10th every lap.
Well, we could have some pit strategy come into play. Do you short pit and get those fresher tires, make up ground?
I think you do, depending on where you're running on the track, Bradley.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just going to depend on where you're at in the field. If you're farther back, take the gamble. Maybe a caution comes out. Now you're the new leader. You know, something like that. But, I mean, if you're up front, you're going to run this thing till it's almost empty. Get those tires and then go battle out with, you know, say Audie, John, Troy, and John Sanu, you know. Those four guys will probably all pit together and then battle it out after that.
Yeah, as we're watching this race up front, I'll tell you what, our driver in the broadcast booth tonight, Troy Cook, looks like he's getting this thing figured out as well. Troy's starting to come on the longer this run goes, and I'm watching that ticker. I said ticker. I'm watching that ticker go down and down.
Click it. Click it.
Click, click.
Yep, there's another 10th for him.
Cindy, you and everyone that watch these broadcasts are very welcome. I thoroughly enjoy putting these on. I'm glad that the guys have recepted to it so well, and I get all the help I do in the booth now. I can't thank everybody at WFO enough, and that's enough to keep me going.
Guys, don't look now, but John is within a car length of Audie.
We're watching it. This race for the lead is about to get good. John Houston taking a look on the inside. Robbie Audie on the outside in the 44. John Houston's got the run. The question is, can he clear him?
He's not going to let him have it.
I think Audie's going to have the better run coming off the corner. You know, that top line is always better. They're getting close.
Yeah, they're close. Robbie Audie is going to have a little bit on the straightaway here, using the momentum from the high side to go back by John Houston. The question is, how long do patience last here?
I say till about lap 125, and then...
That's 5 laps after it's done.
Okay, but 120, sorry.
Maybe 119.
Right,
maybe on lap 120, if you're getting held up by somebody, maybe you finally, you know,
I don't
take
think
the action in your own hands. But I don't think that these two guys up front with them.
They don't want to wreck it on lap 74. I mean, I know John and Audie both well enough. John's going to probably sit back there until he finds a run on the outside or just a better look at him, period, to get around them there. The other thing you can do when you're running second, because I've done it to people, is just push them so hard they burn their tires off.
It might be what John's doing, because John's taking it easy in the corners. Audie's still diving them in.
He's filling up that mirror with the Wrangler logo.
Yeah, sometimes that's enough to make the guy in front of you bring that, you know, burn those tires off and you get a run on him. But Audie has been very smooth on the bottom of the racetrack.
He burned him up there on the exit of 4.
Here comes John Houston taking another look at the bottom.
That outside run is still just, I think it's too much.
John just can't slide up high enough in the corner because Audie's there to get a run. He's sticking there this time, guys. John Houston in the 42 stuck there. Robbie Audie couldn't get him cleared. John's going to sail it off in the corner, but I don't think he's going to clear him again. Maybe he does right here.
Oh, it's going to be close.
No, Robbie Audie gets to his quarter panel. John can't clear him.
Oh, he's clearing out.
Wow, that's really close. Robbie Audie looking to the inside. John Houston now on the outside in the 42.
Keeping him on that bottom.
Audie's trying to cross over.
His own taste of his medicine right here.
Audie's still there. He's on the quarter panel. Let's see what they do going down here. John Houston running the middle. Audie on the bottom. Wow.
Contact.
There was a little contact there, I believe. Audie's hanging strong on the bottom. John Houston's going to fall back in line behind him. I'm going to tell you, racing each other that hard is what will get the tempers going, and I'm just wondering how long before the patience go away here.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, John walks up the track and hits Audie a little bit.
I tell you, he's loving this right now. The 51 is loving it.
Absolutely. I'm watching that ticker, and that time is just going down and down, and Troy Cook's going to be up here in the battle real soon. John's going to clear him this time. Audie's going to get another run. John gets loose. I don't know if Audie loosened him up there or what. I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you're if you're watching this broadcast, you are witnessing probably some of the best racing that we've seen at WFO. And you give it another 5 laps of this, and that 51, our very own Troy Cook in the broadcast booth with us, is going to be in the middle of this battle.
It might be sooner if they keep this up. Oh, caution comes out.
Oh, we got a caution. Give me a car number. I think I found it. It might be the 86 here.
Yep. Johnson knew.
Boom! Fire! My favorite saying. Gonna have to come up with something new. Click the ticker's getting pretty old too.
Just put her in the fence there, the exit.
He did too.
I was really hoping that was gonna go green the rest of the way.
It looked like it was working out to your advantage there, Troy, the longer you guys were going on that green flag run. It looks like 86 might have just got loose coming off the corner, and he took it and drove down, mowed some grass, and tried to come up on the track and just lost it right there, but he saved it again, but then he lost it again and locked it down and barely got any damage going into that outside wall, and it looks like everybody else is going to clear him. Oh, he almost come down into the 62 there after all that.
Yeah.
That was close. Looks like John may have just barely scraped the wall and trying to avoid the wall a little overturn, and that therefore he got that loose action and went down there and started mowing.
All right, so they're going to get enough fuel here to go to the end, I'm sure, but we know the tires don't, so if they get another caution, I'm sure we'll see these cars down pit road.
Good exit. The 51's going to win the race off pit road there.
Yeah, that 51 has been excellent on pit road all night, but the one who's been hurting all night is John Houston in the 42. He's going to lose positions here.
Looking at it, it looks like he just can't get out of the pits. Like, everyone else has such good drive off. He gets in there first, enters pit box at a pretty good rate, and then he just exit. His exit of pit road is just looks like it's missing something.
Yeah, I can tell you guys from just watching the racing tonight, this series right here is going to be a very busy one in the next couple of weeks, and I think we're going to pack the house out with these cars.
I'm looking forward to it.
You see the battle that 44 and 42 could put on there with the old tires, and that's pretty exciting. We're looking for great things to come.
The 44 and exiting his pit stall spun the tires a lot. He lost a lot of time doing that.
Well, I tell you, we got Troy Cook in the booth here. How hard is it to get out of your pit stall there, Troy?
It's pretty hard. You got to have a lot of throttle control for sure, especially in this car with how much horsepower it has. What's harder, I think, is getting stopped. As you saw, Robbie and Houston, they slid through their pit stops the first two times.
Yeah, they look, and that's why we're bringing it up and asking you, because I don't think John Houston's got out of his pit stall clean one time yet.
You guys might be accustomed to the brake bias that we had at New Hampshire from last night. Those brakes worked a lot better.
Hopefully they dialed it in a little bit differently for Chicagoland.
You sure hope so.
Your pedal travel is just so much different when you get in these cars compared to the truck.
I had to turn that bad boy around. I think I just seen somebody blink out. Did I? Maybe not.
Looks like the 17's got a little bit of a connection issue. He just blinks a little bit. Racing that Noah Gregson.
All right. I just want to remind Troy that you have control of the restart here, buddy.
10-4.
It's always nice when I see someone come in here and give us a dislike because we're doing so well. They realize that we don't charge the league to do none of this, you know, and we do it all for free, all for the league, all for the guys that come and have fun.
You have a pretty good idea who that might be.
That's okay, because I told them the other night they can kiss my ass.
Oh, there's the first curse word. Can you believe it? We've almost made it past the whole race.
Oh, you can say that word on regular public aired TV now.
Ass is in the Bible.
We got a low field count because nobody in the league until 4:30 this afternoon knew that we were running Xfinity cars here tonight. Everybody thought we were racing Lanier in a Cadillac. This is a lot different than Lanier in a Cadillac, I can tell you that.
Pace car's pulling off. 51's going to hit the loud pedal, and oh, it looks like the 44
spun his tires. He either missed a shift or he spun his tires.
That's going to hold back two of the best cars we've seen all night.
The 51's getting a hellacious lead pulling away now. You got nothing but clean air in front of you, bud.
You need to take that and run with it, Troy.
I'm going to give her hell, that's for sure.
John Houston in the 42 hasn't got it wound up yet, but he's winding it up now. He's looking to take the third position right here in the corner. Oh, we got one in the wall right there.
Wow.
Seen some sparks flying. Looks like he come up off the wall okay, which is good. I think that someone's just putting that dislike in there so I'll notice them. Because once again, it has disappeared.
Nation, you better change that to a thumbs up.
It's already changed.
Corey Cook's got about a half a second lead now. We're going to see what it is this time. Bye.
I tell you
They're
guys,
battling back there in second.
I think that 51 learned something following these guys all night long. And I believe he might have a little something for him on this run.
They picked up another 2/10 on there.
And
John Houston's looking to the inside at Glenn.
I think John Houston might know it, and he's trying to get back up to the front as quickly as possible.
Yeah, if Glenn gives him a battle there, that'll be good for Troy.
Oh, John's not out of the woods yet because Robbie Audie's all over his back bumper too.
You got a 3-car battle right here that's shaping up to be a really good one.
I wonder if Audie's following John to get back toward the front so they can battle it out later. Instead of hurting each other and falling so far back. It might be the game plan for Audie right here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think if John could have cleared Robbie Audie earlier when they were doing that battle, completely cleared him, that John would have probably pulled away from Audie, because I think Audie was the slower of those 3 cars then.
He was just doing a good job of putting his car in defensively.
Yeah, he was
those
crossing
corners.
them over. When he got past, I mean, he would use the crossover to his advantage, and it was really hindering the 42's movement. Right.
Second lead. Doing good there, Troy.
Right.
Yeah, well, Houston's catching me a little bit, I think. I'm not trying to drive so hard I burn up my stuff.
Exactly. You're on 88 a lap 120, so you don't want to burn them down over the next 10 laps there, Troy. You do what you got to do behind the wheel of that race car, buddy, and bring it home. You see John Houston in the 42 getting a good run off that corner. He's trying to set his sights on that 51 up front. John's had a really fast car all night long since the drop of the green flag of this race. Looks like the field's all single file right now. We're going to cruise back and take a look at some of these other drivers. There's John Houston. 3rd place, Robbie Audie. Audie is the biggest change this time. He's been really pushing his car hard on the restarts. Oh, we got one on the wall.
Car on the wall. Looks like the 86
he's loose
again.
in the grass. I think he's going to
able to collect it.
That's going to be John Sanu. He's had a couple of moments tonight, I believe.
Just can't get that car under him. He's been fighting it all night.
I'm thinking he'll be able to send an invoice to the Speedway for mowing all that grass tonight.
Get a little kickback.
That's right. Somebody's got to pay for the damage on that car, right? John Sanu, this is brand new for him. John come in tonight expecting to drive a Cadillac, and next thing you know, we put him in an Xfinity car and turned him loose here at Chicagoland.
Back to place 7 there. We got Matthew Tallman trying to pass on the outside of the 111 and Christopher Lewis. He's all over that back bumper.
And we'll take a
He's
look
trying
at
to make a
that.
move.
He's looking on the outside here and gets
hit
up
the
into the
wall.
wall.
Gets in the wall. That'll kill a run.
Man, he drove her up there pretty hard, didn't he? Talking about the 5-car Matthew Tallman right now.
The crispy is creamed. He had a good run too. He was coming up on that 111. He made up a lot of ground on him. I'm a fanboy of the 5, so
There you go.
of course I was watching that.
I'm going to get up here on a guy we've talked a little bit about running in the 4th position. This is going to be Glenn Jamison. Glenn's ran some races over here at WFO. He's a really good guy, really good driver. You want to think that as these races go on, these drivers learn, and it's going to be interesting to see who's there at lap 119, 120. Now we're back on the 62. This is going to be Kyle Murphy. Kyle had a little bit of an incident. I think it brought out the first caution. Other than that, he's been pretty quiet. Car looks pretty clean. Maybe a little damage on the right front, but he's definitely got it pointed in the right direction.
kind of Heath Morrison's going to come back out on the track just to get a finish.
Yeah, scoring Heath in what, the 14th position right now?
Yeah, I think he's going to try to make up those spots and the two guys in front of him.
I'll tell you, he's probably been pitted for repairs. It looks like the crew might have got it fixed up pretty decently. I see dents on both sides of the car, though.
Yeah, if he can stay out and finish this one out, I think he might be able to make up enough time, get a couple spots.
I think we need to get back on the front of the field. We've been playing around back here too long, and I think there's going to be a battle up here, and there already is. Troy Cook's quiet because Troy Cook has his hands full with the 42. John Houston is there. We have a battle for the lead. I'll tell you what, these guys don't want to battle too much, or that 44 is going to be right back in this thing.
It's like the 51's picking that low line, just keeping John in check. Running identical times and identical lines. Well, John just clipped the grass there a little bit, got him unsettled.
Yeah, I think John's going to be looking not just in front of him, but he's looking in that mirror, too, to see where that 44 is at. And that 44 is closing in on these two up front. We said it before. It was shaping up to be a three-way battle, and once again, it's shaping up to be a three-way battle.
Looks like Troy's getting a better run out of 4. John's a little better out of 2. This is interesting. The time he makes up, he gives it right.
I'm thinking Troy might have backed that car up on purpose there, save his tires. And he's going to start using what he saved here because it looks like that 51 can hold his own.
And there comes the 44. He's within a car length of him now. That's the best thing that could happen behind Troy right now is those two start battling for second place.
I'm wondering if the 42 might have burned his tires up a little more running up through the field to get up here.
That's a good possibility. When you start running low line, you get pinched by guys to get around him.
I think he's probably backed off a little here to save it. But on the other side of that, it's like I said, guys learning early. I think Troy might have learned it. I think you might have got learnt there, Troy.
A little bit. I still think he's a little faster, but we'll see.
Yeah, you guys are both going to see how fast Robbie Otti is in that 44 because he has joined the party.
What's amazing is that 44's had running damage this whole time.
Doesn't seem to be slowing him down none.
That right front's been crinkled this whole race.
Talking about Robbie Otti in the 44, driving a Haas car. John Houston in the 42, driving the Wrangler machine. You got Troy Cook in the 51. Best looking paint job in the field, in my opinion. Always love those patriotic schemes. You don't love America?
Little run.
You don't love America? You shouldn't be here. Oh, John's going to give a little love to the back of your bumper there. Oh, got you loose. Wow.
Good save by the 51 to collect it back down on the apron.
That is the save of the race right there. Not sure what that was all about. I didn't really.
Go ahead and write that down in the notebook.
I would keep it in the notebook too, and maybe on a restart, repay the favor.
He's turned me before, so
we might have a little bit of a battle brewing over here at WFO.
A little bit of a rivalry.
Rivalry, that's what we'll go with, Bradley. Good word for it.
I think Karma got back to John. He just clipped the wall, and now the 44's on his inside. He lost P1.
44 has cleared him. Oh, John Houston taking a look back underneath the 44. We already seen the 44 or 42 don't have a problem using the bumper tonight.
Well, this is good for Troy, though. He can make ground back up and get back to those guys.
I got news for the 42. He does not want that 51 to catch back up.
No.
he's going to have some more blue on it if I do.
Yeah, he sure will.
Oh, look at this, though. 44 drafted up awful close to the 42. We'll have to see if the 44's seen what went on between the 42 and 51, and maybe he'll go up there and use a little bumper on the 42. We've had some pretty exciting racing on our first night with the Xfinity Series, to say the least.
Cindy, I didn't catch the name there. Cindy said dirty driving there in the comments.
Robbie Otti getting a run on the outside right now. They're side by side again. 42 on the inside, Robbie Otti and the 44 on the outside, side by side for the lead.
Drag race down the backstretch.
Let them stay side by side. That's going to give the 51 a chance to catch back up.
Got about 15 to go here. It's plenty of time.
You see the broadcast, the people watching in the YouTube chat get just as involved as anyone does, and that's really cool to see that. That's what we love about it.
Man, they were battling hard.
We want everybody to, kind of have a gentleman's agreement, but sometimes that agreement goes out the window. And when it does, I just say what comes around goes around. So 51 gets another shot at the 42. Take it.
It's in the notebook.
Just a little bit of have at it right there.
Carmen,
Those two are racing very hard, Troy, so you got time.
Yeah, they are racing really hard. Otti is hanging strong on that outside. John Houston and the 42 fighting on the inside. Man, these cars are just going to, they're going to put on great racing all season long.
Looks like he's going to come back, try to find the outside a little bit. John to the bottom.
That's letting Troy catch up a little. The 51 is gaining on him.
And the 51's got something on his mind, too. So when he gets back up there.
Otti's going to fall in behind him. Now he's going to get to the bottom of the 42. So you got the 42 in the middle, the 44 on the bottom. I'm surprised the 42 kind of let him go in the center of the corner there. Did he do it to cross him over?
It a little bit. He might be trying to. John's been all over that bottom line tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if he was working his tires too hard. Maybe he's going to try to drop back and save something. Robbie Otti better hit the go pedal and get completely away from him. That's going to be the safest thing to do.
Is definitely pushing tight now.
Yeah, that 44 looking real strong at the end here. That kid is able to hit another notch at the end of these races.
Well, I'm going to keep watching me too. Because I'm really interested to see what happens in the next 5 laps.
Yeah, John Houston's having a hard problem off those corners, keeping it out of the wall. That 51 car is... he's on his way there. They got 10 laps to go, and I think that 51 might be there before we finish this thing. They're rivalries that sometimes YouTube watchers want to see watch, I can tell you, or see happen. League owners don't. We don't like to see that kind of stuff take place.
I will not be around for the post-race meeting.
I think they can settle it like gentlemen and everything will be fine. This race isn't over. We're 112 of 120 right now. Robbie Otti in the 44 leading, John Houston second. And that 51 of Troy Cook is catching him by 0.2 that lap, catching the leader. And fact, I believe that 51 may be the fastest car on the racetrack right now.
He is. He's definitely making ground. Looks like John's losing a little bit, and Audie's trying to check out, but you still got Troy Cook coming with some steam.
Yeah, whatever line Troy's using in that 51 is working for him. That 51 is definitely gaining on the front, too. I don't know if he's going to have time to catch the 44, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to catch the 42. 9/10 of a second back, now 1.1.
Oh, the 51's starting to pick up some draft on the 42, so.
They're getting really close. They're only about 4/10 off each other right now. Actually, 3/10 off each other, and that just went away. The 51 picked up a ton that time. These two drivers are within a couple of tenths of a second.
Looks like the 42's right front tire is just gone. He is pushing every corner.
He's holding a steady 6/10 though. That's what I've been seeing, and it looks like the 51 might have fell off a little bit in the last lap there. They got 5 laps to go. Robbie Oddie with about a 7/10 of a second lead now. John Houston in second, 42 car. Troy Cook in third in the 51. The fourth is going to be the 63 of Glenn Jamieson. I'll tell you, these guys put on some good racing tonight.
They really have. It was really interesting watching these guys up front. You know, Audie, John were side by side, switching from the inside to the outside there for a bunch of laps. And then Troy Cook, too, was putting all over the clinic whenever he checked out on that restart.
Yeah, I think it's a combination here tonight of the track and the car that really just put on some great racing for the fans and us. I look forward to Thursday nights. I think this is going to be a really good series.
Absolutely. Oh, caution comes out, changes everything.
Wow. Anybody get a car number there?
I believe it was the
17 said something on the radio.
I got the 12 with some damage and going a lot slower.
All right, so let's go get on the 12 here and hit an instant replay. Let's see what happens.
Could be wrong. Yeah, I think I'm wrong on that.
Now, Troy Cook, any advice for you? I tell you, go down and get you some tires and go out for that green-white checker. I think you got them on the short run, man.
We'll see.
We're on the 12 right now. He already had damage before this.
Yep.
1 lap shootout. Oh, Troy!
I don't think the 12 was our culprit on that caution there, guys.
What happened to the 51 here with their yellow?
It looked like he was going to go pit, and then John stayed out, so he went to whip it to stay out as well, and just lost the back end.
Yeah, I blew it there, but it's alright.
I'm going to go back on the 17 because you said the 17 keyed up on the radio. And he was racing close to the 86 here, so this might be the spark that caused the caution, guys. We're going to find out. And if this isn't the one that did it, I'm going to give up and not chase this caution anymore tonight. How's that?
It was debris.
We'll call it debris. We'll swear it was debris. That's right.
Okay, NASCAR.
All right, with 3 laps to go, we need to remind the viewers, get your vote in now for your favorite driver of the day. We got a villain. We got a hero out there tonight. I think that's how the YouTube chat's got this laid out, so got some pretty interesting matches going on now. So did the first 3 cars stay out?
Yeah, the first 3 stayed out, and then Troy may have wasted a little bit more tire because he did a couple donuts.
Who's got new tires back there?
I believe it's over, isn't it?
You're at 2 to go. Did you get a 2 to go?
Nope. It just says stay single file. I think it's over.
It's over. So Robbie Audie's going to be your winner.
That's probably going to do it. And Audie's going to get 2 wins this week, both races he was in.
Fortunately, Troy didn't lose any spots there on that spin.
K&N Series win. Looks like he's going to get the first Xfinity Series win tonight.
Good for him. I guess it's a good way to start it off.
This is going to be a drop night for a lot of people on the points, so any of those guys watch a broadcast and they don't like their finishing position tonight, then they're going to be opted to drop it. If you do like your position and points tonight, you may keep it. And I'm going to say that for any of these drivers, I wouldn't treat this as a drop if they made the race tonight, because when you get 35 cars, you could have a lot bigger drop.
Exactly. I mean, you have 14 cars that actually made it out tonight. I mean, that's not bad for points, you know. The winner automatically gets the 45, so, you know. You really don't need to drop this race. I mean, you already got a guaranteed top 15.
All right, was anybody able to get a count on our driver of the day? I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
It's going to be Troy Cook with 5 votes tonight.
Awesome. Congratulations there, Troy. We'll get you an interview for that, but we got to get you a podium interview for 3rd tonight.
Let's say congratulations to that 44 for bringing it home first. It was a good run between him and John Houston. That was a hell of a battle.
I'm going to tell you guys, this is something that iRacing should fix right here. None of these races,
checkered overtime.
None of these races should finish under caution.
I was really hoping for a green-white checker because chances are I could have got under John.
I think we all were. I mean, not just a broadcast booth, but everyone on YouTube as well. We did have a nice audience tonight. I want to thank everyone for coming in and viewing. If you're looking for something to do on Thursday night, I think you're going to find a lot of excitement over here.
Like somebody's letting him know.
He's loving on the bumper. Audie's going to go ahead and go into the spin out. I'm sure that kid right there is extremely happy right now. He may have lucked out from another driver doing something to another driver. You hate to see him go like that, and man, you don't want to see anybody make enemies, but it is what it is as we're watching the 44 tearing the grass up here. I can't believe he's doing that after the 86 spent so much time mowing that thing and manicuring it.
Right.
But it's time for us to go ahead and drag Robbie Audie up here and get him his post-race interview as a winner tonight.
I'll take that if you'd like.
Yep, I'll give it to you. And there you go.
Robbie Audie, this is Brad Cooper up in the tower, up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Congratulations on that win tonight. It was a hell of a battle between you and John Houston there for probably a good 30-40 laps. Tell us anything about that.
We're in the same team room tonight, and he was being very helpful. I couldn't run with him on the long run. I was overdriving the car, and he helped me out, and then we were battling there, and then thank God for Troy Cook. If it wasn't for Troy Cook burning John Houston's tires up, you would not be talking to me right now.
You had that caution there at the end of the race, and it kind of parted the seas, and you guys pretty much had the car to beat throughout the night. But you're going to come home in first place. Is there anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Al Murphy for putting me in this car, John Houston for helping me out a lot, and Jerky Pro, Rogue Energy, and Identity Sports, and Vern Bradley for putting this series up. I think the series is about to blow up.
Well, congratulations, man. You got your first win in the Thursday night Xfinity Series. It's good to see that 44 up front.
Yep, thank you.
Congratulations, Robbie.
Yep,
Thanks,
congrats,
man.
Audie.
Thanks, whoever that is.
Thanks. That means so much to me. Thanks, Audie.
Is that Adam?
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam.
Oh, we got
Yeah.
a whole booth full tonight. There's about 6 of us up here, so.
I got my beer headset on, so I can't see it.
All right, Adi. Once again, congratulations, buddy.
Thanks. Have a good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the number 44, Robbie Adi, your race winner. The next one we're going to pull up is our second place driver, John Houston. Which one of you guys want to do this interview?
I'll take him.
I bet Troy does.
I'll take on John.
All right, you got him, Adam.
John Houston, this is Adam up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, you had a really good car, just couldn't quite get it done.
I
You
burned it
describe-
at the end.
You burn it up at the end. I mean, that's a good way to
Yeah.
describe it. But overall, how did the car handle for you?
It felt really good as long as you didn't overdrive it. And if you overdrove it getting in, you just, like Robbie, he burnt his tires up early, and I pulled 3 seconds away. And I kept telling him on the radio, I said, Robbie, you're racing it too hard. You know, back off a little bit. And sure enough, he come back, and I didn't have nothing for him because I burnt it up trying to race Troy.
Absolutely. Is there anything you would have changed maybe to get a little bit better result? Try to get that P1 finish?
No, not really. Yeah, I drove the best I could. Yeah, not tell Robbie as much.
Yeah, that's always a good one. Gonna give away your secrets away. Sometimes it hurts you.
Because he would ask me, do I need to keep saving? Do I need to keep saving? Yes, keep saving. Because once I get by him, you'll be able to race me. And sure enough, there wasn't nothing I can do with him. Because I done burned it up.
Absolutely, man. Well, congrats on your second place finish tonight, man.
Appreciate it. Good racing there, Troy. Sorry I got into the back of you.
That's all right. I got a notebook.
Yeah, strike 2.
We're getting a rivalry. You started it, John. We're going to get a rivalry out of this one.
Hey, longest fun and games, you know.
Hey, if it sells tickets, man, that's what it's about. The fans really get into it on YouTube. The broadcast tower gets into it. You guys get into it, and at the end of the day, it's all fun here, and we're all friends.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
I have a question for John.
Go ahead, David.
Hey, John, you seem to have a problem coming out of the pits. Every time you come out, you were losing 2, 3, 4 spots. Anything that you saw was going on?
It wasn't coming out. I listened to Robbie. He told me to follow my lights, and I got a speeding penalty once. Then overshot my pit box twice trying to listen to Robbie.
So all that good advice you were giving to him, he was giving you really mixed advice, huh?
Yes.
So he screwed all your pit stops up.
Well, he got me on one of them. He got me a black flag on that one.
All right, I think in the future on these races, you can't listen to Robbie on those pit stops, man.
No.
All right.
Because I asked, I said, Robbie, how are you gaining on me? I'm going 51. The speed limit is 50. And you're still pulling up on me getting to my bumper. Well, I'm just following the green lights. And I tried to do that. And it was green. Also, it blinked red. Bam. Just one time blinking red, got a flag.
All right, John. Well, congratulations on that second place. We're going to get we got our third place finisher in here, so I don't have to go get him. Troy Cook, been in the booth with us all night long. Had a little bit of an interesting night. We know that you got a notebook now. How was your race tonight, buddy?
It was actually a lot of fun. I did learn a lot from racing with John and Robbie. I got faster there at the end, and I'm real excited about this series. These cars seem to fit me a little better than the K&Ns do, so just real excited.
Well, that's awesome. I seen you learning tonight. I mean, you were in the booth with us. You've done a great job up here. You really give us a lot of insight of, how the car was feeling, what the car was doing out on the racetrack. I also need to tell you that you have won yet another driver of the day over here, and this one in the Xfinity Series.
That's awesome. We need to start keeping track of these. At least I'm winning something.
Well, it's kind of crazy because Hal Amy didn't make the race tonight. I don't know. Junior, is your dad sleeping or
I don't know either.
get home late or something? Either way, it doesn't matter. His fans were still here, and you have stolen his fans now. So,
That's awesome.
except for Bradley Cooper. Bradley, Nation is your biggest fan, so.
Well, yeah, I'll keep him happy next week.
And we hate to hear that you're not feeling good, Nation. I know you wanted to be in the booth tonight, but we'll get you back up in here next week and turn it into the what did I say on Facebook? Did anybody read that? I think
two village idiots.
Two village idiots.
I'm not sorry. He's a traitor anyway. He's got that Bradley Cooper bromance.
So we're talking about Nation.
The best is the best.
Hey, real quick, I'd
Troy?
just like to thank all my family and my friends for watching, and thanks WFO and Vern. I really appreciate it. I'm having a good time here.
Man, we love having you over here as well as all the other drivers in the league. I can't thank everybody enough for showing up tonight on short notice. I mean, it was literally last minute that I made the call between Cadillacs and Xfinity. And I knew when I made the call that I wouldn't regret it at this time of the night, and I can tell you guys right now I don't. The racing that you guys put on that track tonight has been some of the best racing I've ever seen in this league. And it may be actually some of the best racing I have ever seen on iRacing. So to all you guys, congratulations. And a big thank you from me, and I know if Hal Amy was here, he'd be thanking you as well.
Can I ask you a question, Troy?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, was it your intentions to taking my line away? Because that's what really killed me.
No, I think I was running the same line the whole time, pretty much. There was a few times I drove in too hard and slid up, but.
Well, I sat there and watched you for like 5 or 6 laps, and I was telling Robbie he's killing his tires making that late entry. As soon as I got to you, you just started taking my line, and I couldn't get the drive in like I wanted to. And that's the reason that's how I got into the back of you in 3 and 4, because you cut back down and you slowed down, and I wasn't expecting that. And that's the reason I got into the back of you the first time.
I mean, that's part of the game. You got to take
yeah.
away your line. You got to take away your line. I saw you coming, so.
Yeah, and I probably coached them that way a little bit too, John. So
we were all coaching him.
we were all coaching them up here, so.
We wanted to see the spectacle of what was going to happen.
Troy wasn't up to your guys' speed at the beginning of that race, so we're going to give him a few tips and stuff while he was driving, and it looked like he started backing his corners up and was really good on the long run. And when he won that race off pit road, I can tell you that if he would have went a long run there towards the end, you guys probably wasn't going to catch that 51. I think he did a better job of saving there.
I was really hoping for a long run.
It really didn't really matter in 1 and 2. I saw he did overdrive it in 1 and 2 a couple times. But entering 3, if you enter high like that and make that late arch into the turn, it kills your tires on entry. So, you got to enter low getting into 3. That works out best for me.
Yeah.
And that is our racing debate tonight. And yes, Cindy, it was a great race. We're all friends here. It's all fun. So we can talk about this stuff. And speaking of that, Bradley Cooper, I think you got a bunch of autographs to sign now.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that.
So we got everybody lined up to get Bradley Cooper's autograph. Somebody has to take a screenshot of the Discord and put it up on Facebook so they can see we got Bradley Cooper in here. David White.
About $11.50 on eBay, just so you know.
David White, first race you've watched over here in probably quite a while, or it might be the first ever. What'd you think?
First race I've watched over here in quite a while, and I tell you, that was very entertaining. Some of the best driving I've seen in quite some time on iRacing.
Yeah, and that was a reason for this series. We got some fast guys in the lower series here, and we needed to give them something that they could race in and really put on a great show, for the fans and have a lot of fun themselves. And I think we hit the nail on the head. So
yeah. Well, check your email because I just signed up.
Awesome. Happy to have you over here, David. Adam Tips, are you going to be a driver, an admin, or a broadcaster? What's the future over here for you, buddy?
Man, I have whatever happens.
You
it's
can
like kinda
do all
flipping
three.
A coin. I can do all three. Good night, couldn't I?
Yes, you
I
could.
really could. I could do it. I could think I could pull it off.
You guys think Adam could pull off doing all three? Admin, drive, and broadcast?
No.
No, I don't think I could either.
All in the same race. All in the same race.
I would need some really honest people.
I need to be fighting for last place.
I've been a
That's
racer.
the guys that do twice.
I've been a racer, an admin, and a broadcaster now. And I can tell you guys that there's no way I could do two of the three, let alone all three. I mean, you can't broadcast from the car, and you can't admin and broadcast either. It would just it would kill your broadcast. So one would always take away from the other. But, man, it's awesome having you in the booth tonight. Bradley, awesome having you in the booth, but you told me that you liked the way the racing was better, so I guess you're going to leave us next week.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get in on this.
All right, so that's Bradley Cooper. He'll have the 5 car out there next Thursday night. Garrett Helmlinger's in. He said he's doing it. There was someone else that posted
I'm doing it.
Adam's now doing it. So David White's probably going to do it too. He said he sent his email in. I guess the only one in this room tonight that's not going to be doing it next week is me. But what I'm going to be doing is the same thing I've been doing all season long. And I'm going to be up here in the broadcast booth bringing you guys the excitement. Awesome.
Hopefully it's as much excitement as it was tonight.
Yeah, hopefully the viewers had fun. Like I said before, we're going to go ahead and end the broadcast a little bit early tonight. This is my 3rd night straight of it, and I'm tired of talking. We'll talk to the guys a little bit, but I want everyone to thank everyone in the broadcast again. It looked like we had a pretty nice view count, so everyone should be happy, and we'll see you Tuesday night for the K&N Series. Where are we at, Pocono?
Yes,
Pocono.
next week.
We're at Pocono Raceway.
I'll tell you what do you guys think we go ahead and send the Xfinity car there and let them all 3 match up next week?
That sounds good.
That'd be awesome.
Sounds great.
We'll go ahead and do that. Nick, we're going to have a full schedule and a page come up for the Xfinity. Look for it this weekend sometime. I'm not sure what day I'll get it done, but I'll get it done for you. I'll also work on that driver list to put on the website. For anyone watching that wants to check out our website and see how your favorite driver's doing in points, you can go to WFORaceleague.com, and you can go to the Series tab and see the K&N and the truck and soon to be Xfinity. It's not going to replace the Cadillac because I want to leave all those results up there. Eventually, I'll remove the Cadillac completely, but for now, I want to keep it just because I want some races in it. No, I'm just kidding. Just for memories. But we'll start a new tab for the Xfinity Series, and you can check the points, but the fans can check their driver points. And thank all you guys. And anyone got anything to say to your fans out there?
I don't know if I have any fans.
Got Garrett Helmlinger.
I sure do. Garrett, I'm looking forward to going to the track all weekend. Let's do this.
You guys are going to Texas Motor Speedway, right?
We sure will be. We're spending my whole life out there from here until Sunday night.
Making me jealous.
Well, I'll tell you what. We all need, as a WFO group, is like to travel to a track like Talladega or Bristol. That'd be a field trip.
I know Greg Rourke goes to Talladega every year, so that would be a fun one. And I don't think John Houston lives too far from there.
I've been to Talladega probably 10 times.
So that might be one that
Bristol's
we have
a good one, though.
Yeah, Bristol would be a really fun one, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would be so much fun.
I've been there one time, but I didn't like the drive. That was a long drive to Bristol.
It'll be at a truck race, Garrett said. Or I'll be at a truck race. We'll be at one, too, next Wednesday night. I can promise you guys that.
Maybe that's what he meant by that.
I don't know.
No, wait, what, you said you're doing the Cadillacs tomorrow?
No, we ain't doing Cadillacs at all no more.
That's what I thought. I don't know what he's saying then.
We're going to say rest in peace to the Cadillac Series. We weren't getting enough drivers in that, and some of the drivers we were getting, we were only getting about 10 or 12, and then I had like 2 or 3 of them tell me, I ain't driving that car no more. So...
Not to name any names, but ow, sorry.
Man, when you watch your car count go down like that and it's not going up every week, it just keeps dwindling down, then it's probably time that you have to make a change. And
yeah,
that's what what started to change. I got in a Cadillac and did a few practice laps at Lanier, and I'll tell you guys what, it was rough. It really was. So that's when I said, we got to do something different. And that's what we did. So I'm sure that there's a couple guys that don't like me making the change right now, but ultimately I think it was the best choice for the league.
It is the best thing for the league. It was a good choice. And as you can tell, people are already coming on here. We're racing next week, so you're already getting more. Just look, tonight we had 14 people actually put in some times. That's more people that were in the Cadillacs.
I think Jason Allison there, ibog.com, come up with the best answer. He said, we did not watch it, we lived it. So thank you, Jason. That's a great compliment. It's just a sign of what we're doing over here this season. It really is, and we're going to do it not just this season, but we're going to do it next season and beyond, and we're going to build a great league over here.
Agreed.
So thank you guys once again. We're going to end the broadcast now. Anybody in this broadcast got anything to say to YouTube? Say it now before we end it, and we're going to call it a night.
Thanks for watching. That's all I got to say. Thank you very much.
All right, Good night, YouTube. You can come in Discord. Oh, also, one more thing, and this is kind of funny, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there because I've been thinking about this too. If you go to our website and you scroll to the bottom of any page, you're going to see a link to our Discord. As a fan, I am going to welcome you to come over to our Discord and talk to us anytime you want to. I don't know of many leagues that do that or throw that out there, but I'm going to offer our fans that opportunity. So there you go, WFORaceleague.com. Oh, ibog.co. Sorry about that, Jason. But WFORaceleague.com. Connect to the Discord if you want to come in and chat. All in all, great race tonight. Some of the best I've seen. And we wish everybody a good night and have a great weekend.